Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. We're doing a 3-pile pick a card today for the month of August and what energies are coming in for the individual piles. So you can see there is 3 piles to choose from. Normally I don't pre-shuffle. I haven't and pull cards, but I have today. Spirit said to do it because it's easier sometimes for the messages to flow when I have limited time. So I'm just going to run off announcements as per usual, and then you can pick your pile and we'll go from there. So thank you to all my subscribers and everybody and anybody that watches my show, my channel. Thank you very much. Even if you're not subscribed, all the lovers and the haters, it's the same energy exchange. Thanks for watching. There has been an incident. Somebody has reported a comment that got put up on my channel from the last video. I did the Archangel Gabrielle channeled messages. Another woman who I love dearly, she had put a comment up on there about one of the piles she'd picked, and somebody, but before I got to actually respond, somebody's gone in and reported it as a negative thing when it wasn't. So I don't care who you are or what you're doing, you can't get past me. It'll come back round. It always does, right? So okay, shift in energy. Shout out to all my friends, everybody that watches and supports my channel and my life from the background, that aren't sitting here just picking a pile for the fun of it, but actually showing some support and some love. Also, shout out to Vicky D'Souza at Angel Heart Readings. I recommend you suss out Vicky's channel. She's a good reader as well, and I think that's a good space to go and have a look and suss out her readings. Also, Chris Firestone at SilverWolf Tarot 1111. Chris is my fiance. I recommend you suss out Chris's channel as well. Fantastic tarot reader. Having a bit of a hiatus. Chris is having a bit of maintenance going on in their life at the moment, so probably another week or two until any sort of tarot stuff goes up on Chris's channel, but there's still a lot of videos already up there. So thank you very much. If you want a booking, the details will be in the description box. Shout out to everybody that's given donations and has had paid bookings. Thank you very much. That's pretty much it. I just am a little pissed off that somebody would go and report a comment that had nothing to do with anything. I mean, for you guys that know me or are at least on my Facebook group and things like that, you know me well enough that I don't put up content that warrants to be reported. But having said that, it's the same person, or there's 2 people. One of them has just recently gone and made me banned on Facebook to be able to post and things like that, as you guys are aware. And then also somebody else has come along and done this as well with the comment and stuff. So 2 different energies in play. Can't get past the psychic, but that's okay. It's just annoyed me, that's all. All right, so let's keep going on from here. The 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to remove the 3rd pile and the 2nd pile. Also, I won't contact you on WhatsApp claiming to suggest, you need messages because Spirit's got information for you and things like that. If anybody is mimicking myself or my channel or my Facebook information, for example, please report it and let me know as well. All right, guys, let's get into this. What is coming in for the month of August? July has been a very interesting month. So if I sound tired, it's because I am. There's the pre-shuffled, and I've also got, I only know what one of these cards in all of these pre-shuffled ones are. And I've also got 2 other decks out and 2 spare just in case. So your card for pile 1 for what's coming for the month of August, or what your energy for the month of August will be surrounding, says this: all that I need is coming to me in ways I could never have imagined. Wow. That's beautiful. Bit of throat chakra stuff going on there. And if it's not so much throat chakra, it's communication. Communication doesn't always have to be verbal. It can be written and things like that. There's communication coming back and forth for people. Signs and synchronicity, Spirit saying. And also there's that pink there and the floral element, which is suggesting, and the moon. So it's suggesting like feminine energy and things like that. And flowers, self-love, self-care, self-nurture. So interesting. Okay, so let's see what we got here. First card. Finding. Wow, the moon again. Whew, lighten your load. Transformation. There's some butterfly stuff going on here. Whoops. Oh, good luck. Woo. Oh, look, I love this card. I just love it. Look at the sun beaming down behind this putty tap. Meow. He's got his crown on. We have my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Holy shit. Somebody just mentioned to me today about feeling good about being able to serve the community or their community, for example, whatever their community means. It's safe to ask for help. People want to support me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I've got one more card in my hand, but let me just channel from what's going on here. Whew. So Archangel Raphael is here. He's come in and he's saying that August is a month of growth and healing and peeling back layers and stripping back to the beginning of things. There is a lot of angelic support in your life at this time. You're holding on to too many things. You're juggling too many things at once, whether that's mental, emotional, physical, literally, family life, other people's drama and bullshit. Spirit is saying, please, for the month of August, lighten your load. He's already got something in his hand. He's got the moon there, for example. He doesn't need the weight of the world on his shoulders. What he needs is just to focus on what his goal is that's illuminated in front of him, the path, for example. There is good luck. People could have lucky finds. You might find some money. For those of you that do actually find money, on the ground, on the road, in an odd place somewhere, even in an old jacket that you haven't worn for a while and things like that, chuck a comment down when you find it. I'd love to see how much energy ruffles up from that. We've also got a cat in the card, which Spirit is saying that you need to use the cat as your totem animal at this time, or the cat energy. Cats also mean the occult. They can represent mystery, mysticism, spells, magical workings, good luck, things like that. So you might see a lot of different cats around you at this time. And we've also got finding, which is about once you lighten your load, you'll be able to find your path better, basically. And that's what Archangel Raphael is saying. He's asking people to not be worried about the final destination for things and just focus on, churning the wood, or whatever the saying is now, churning the wood, churning the butter, for example, getting the task in front of you, because what will come from that down the line for the rest of the year, for the next couple of months or what have you, will really stem from the hard work and energy you put in now. Don't be looking for results long term from something that you're trying to manifest or bring into fruition in August. It's about making sure that everything you do in August is your focus for what your aim is. Don't worry about future. I mean, of course, if you're looking for a new home and things like that, that's obviously a little bit different, but across the board, it's about using your creativity in the month of August. It's really about pushing past boundaries, doing things that you wouldn't normally do to obtain goals that you haven't hit yet, because that's probably why things haven't been hit, because you need to step out of that comfort zone. I love it. And the other one I've got here in my hand is juggling, right? And that ties in with this, doesn't it? Because he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders and he's carrying his path in front of him. He's lighting the path. He knows he's on the path, but he can't embrace himself. This man can't embrace himself and have some help or support, because he's not asking. He's too busy focused on keeping that weight of the world up, opposed to asking for help. There are 3 birds on these cards. There's spirit around you. There's a lot of angelic assistance at this time, and juggler. So that just ties in with that. So what Spirit's saying is it's really important now in your life to make sure that you're not taking on too much of other people's shit. I mean, this woman, she's got fitness, which could be health, time conscious, children, or people that are, need more help than the average bear. We've got money on there. There's a house on there. It's just busy. There's a lot of stuff. There's a book up the top there, which is like education. Oh, this card's just flicked out. We've got forgiveness. Oh, another one's flicked out. Psychic abilities that come out today. This card out of this deck for my Facebook group. Sage Circle, suss it out. I'm going to probably likely turn it to a private group in the next month or two. And animals, yay. And I did say about the cat, to invoke cat or use it cat and lessons from totem animal cat at this time, or feline, for example. But now we've also got other animals. So really pay attention to the animals that are in your energy and around you. Okay, so the juggler, you really just need to pull back from things that don't serve you. I do think that the end of the month is quite testing for a lot of people. And I'm not saying that as a psychic medium. I'm actually saying that as an everyday human that isn't channeling and just knows what my friends and my family and my soul tribe are going through at this time. So we've got go with the flow. Woo! The forgiveness card is there, and I'll get to that shortly. Practical intuition, there's that cat. Practical magic, symbolism, there's symbolism going on here. I did say there'll be a lot of signs and synchronicities at the start of the reading. We've got creativity, yes. Can I have 2 more of those, please, Spirit? We've got 3. Divine love. Wow, that's self-love to me. Relief and self-acceptance. Yo, so there we go. You are setting down the foundations for your future growth in the month of August, but it's not about worrying about what's going to happen at the end of September because of what you're putting into fruition in the month of August. I'm getting told people have to really learn to detach from specific outcomes and just work on their present at this time, step by step, day by day. This is what this man's doing. He's slowly working up. He's slowly working through his building blocks. He's sitting down, paying attention, taking notice of what he's got going on in his life. Now, the card over here that says forgiveness, Spirit's saying that forgiveness starts from within. You need to look at yourself, treat yourself as an island, treat yourself as a whole being, as a world, as a planet, whatever you think of yourself, your internals, and treat them as a real living, thriving being that actually has life in it. You know what I mean? What you think and what you feel. Every thought creates an emotion. So Spirit's saying you need to come from that space of forgiveness. By lightening your load, that might come into fruition with this particular month. It's really good. The creativity's there, you know. It's really good to actually put into fruition what you're seeking to come into your life at this time. We've got go with the flow. So just be open to receive. You know, don't worry about the outcomes, like I said. And we've got relief and divine love and self-acceptance. Well, that speaks for itself. That relief is actually about lightening your load and knowing you've got some support there. Now, out of every card here, the number 19 is popping up at the top. So that could mean something to you. We've got prana tube. This is out of my own homemade deck. People want to buy it. People say to me, oh, are you going to publish that? Maybe. We've got Pax, which is another word for peace. This is all about Archangel Raphael, the prana tube, and about tapping into your prana tube. If you don't know what a prana tube is, suss it out. Angelic realms. I did say there's a lot of angelic existence right now. Gaia, your Mother Earth, as I said, with the forgiveness card, treat yourself, your whole body, your whole feelings, everything about you as a living and breathing space. You're not just an extension of, or they're not just an extension of you. And we've got refill. So yeah, you need to replenish your cup, and if that means knuckling down and working hard for the month of August, so be it, because people will be inspired and you will inspire yourself. We've got Ace of Spades. Yeah, spade of spade. It's going to be some hard lessons if people don't step into that right energy with this particular pile. And we've got Plentiful, and that's another version of good luck, isn't it? So can I just get 2 more of these? Yeah, we've got Mercy. That is a sigil that I have custom made. That is the sigil of mercy. So if you need some help at this time, you can use this sigil. If you're seeking mercy from others or for yourself, you can use that symbol, draw it on something, stick it on your fridge or what have you. We've got chakras, so you will be balanced. I'm getting told by Spirit, it's not so much about, normally I'd say, oh, when the chakra comes out, card comes out, you need to get some balance in your life. No, what Spirit's saying is that you'll be getting the balance from what you're doing. Whatever seeds you're planting in the month of August are going to grow. There's a really nice spiral energy going on there. You might still need to have a bit of a chakra tune-up. And we've got shadow. Wow. So you really need to push through your shadow at the moment and lighten your load. Accept it, embrace it, and go, no, 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 that's not happening. And we've got sunflower. So stop and smell the roses, basically. Stop and embrace life for what it is. Enjoy what's going on around you and seek solace from knowing that the things that you're putting into fruition are really beneficial for you at this time. And that could be starting a new health regime, changing your eating habits. You know, like I've actually been vegan, vegetarian for a while, and then I found out at the start of the year I have a heart condition, and the cardiologist said I need to sort of eat a bit more meat and things, red meat and stuff in my diet. So I've done that all year since January, and I'm over it now. I need a break. I feel tired and stuff all the time. It sounds ridiculous. It has the opposite effect. I just feel yuck. So for me personally, the month of August, on my personal, in myself sort of forgiveness, planetary, whatever whole entity goal is to get back into veganism a bit more solid like I have in the past. So that's just an example. But you really need to stop and smell the flowers, work on your shadow. Remember, you've got a lot of angels and angelic assistance around you right now, and keep your eye out for signs and synchronicities from Spirit. Remember, cats and animals in general. So if you see an animal, could be on the TV, you might see an advertisement on television and it's the same animal on the advertisement. You think, oh, I wonder what that means. Google it. Okay, so next pile 2, right? What is your energy and your focus, for example, for the month of August? What's coming in, guys? It says, I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Wow. I really like this card, and looking at it through the camera really doesn't quite do that flower justice. I really, really love it. So we've got the pre-shuffled cards here. What have we got? First card, oh, career. Oh, passion. Oh, yeah. Justice. Excellent. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. Okay, I know what's going on here. I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. Wow. More flowers, more flowers. And we've got another card in my hand, but I'll read that in a minute. Okay, so just let me channel in here. The last pile had Archangel Raphael. We've got Archangel Ariel in here at the moment. So just let me listen. Yeah, so Archangel Ariel is saying, for those of you that, and there's all birds and stuff up in the sky here, for those of you that are seeking a change or an up boost or a growth of some sorts to do with your, sorry, I bumped it, career or your job prospects. It could even be study. I always extend the career information out to those that are thinking about you know, adding onto their resume with further education and things, or just have, for example, Archangel Ariel is saying this is a really abundant time for that. You might have doors that open for you in ways that you wouldn't even anticipate, and to be open to that, to be passionate about that. For those of you that aren't wondering about career so much, but just your whole month of August in general, nothing specific, that passion card's out. And what Archangel Ariel is saying is it's a really important time to ignite your passion. You need to really use your fire that burns within you at this time to push it outwards, which is what this woman's doing on the card. She's dancing. She's passionate about her focus. She's right up in her head air energy. She's got, you know, her throat, her heart chakra sort of going on there. She's got orbs going on around the background of the card sort of thing. She's right up in her crown. She's right up in her third eye, and she's focused. She's got her eyes shut. And what basically Spirit's saying is, Archangel Ariel is saying is it's really important to just focus on your dream at this time. Have that passion from that drive within you, your own fire that propels you forward, because what's coming from that is a level of justice. Now, justice is an odd thing, because if you've done bad things and justice gets served, however that looks to people, it could just be a reminder or a reality check to go, okay, we need to reassess here. Something in my life is out of whack. It's not quite how I thought it was. And now it's the time for me to seek out the happy people who inspire me to be great, whether that's counseling, a level of professionalism, new groups of friends, a new sport, a new hobby, you know, make your own study group online with a group of people and things like that. And it says, all that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. Exactly. You need to use your energy, your passion that ignites you for your drive in the month of August to propel you forward, to push past those boundaries and fears that we think in ourselves or are perceived from unspoken pressures from those around us, or from pressures of those around us at the same time. I mean, don't get me wrong, people love their family, but at the same time, sometimes the family are the very catalyst to people's undoing, you know what I mean? Just from their pressures and things. So Spirit's saying that you just need to remember to come from that space of love. There is a tree here, and there's a ladder going up this tree here. So again, if this is about career, you might be working your way up the ladder to that space where you need to be. That could be your version of growth, as in you've made your way up to the top, and now you're steady and sturdy up in the branches of that tree, for example. And what Spirit's saying is that even if it's not about career, this is where you need to be with that love space. It's ironic because there's an arrow sort of on this card pointing to what's going on over here in this card, and there's similar colors going on here. So there's no synchronicity. I mean, there's no coincidences when things like this happen. It's a synchronistic message for people to follow your dream, follow your sun, stay in the light, and just focus on what you really need to propel yourself forward for this month. Really hone in on what is important to you and really disregard what is not. There's going to be a lot of chatter. I'm hearing this second pile. There might be a lot of gossip. There could be some slander. There could be a lot of chatter going on around you because you're going against the grain, because you've stood your ground, because people don't understand why you personally have chosen to do something a certain way, regardless if you're experiencing pains and things like that from certain things in your life. Don't worry about it. Just stay focused, because Spirit's going to ride you up with that energy. They're going to raise your vibration up through that space. And it says, I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. Use what you know to give back. Volunteer your time, volunteer your energy, volunteer whatever. Donate some clothing. Help people somehow. Really give back at this time, because Spirit's saying that will also, too, career or other, really ruffle your energy up and sort of let all the dust settle off feathers, if that makes sense, why you can rise up and be in your passionate state and really work and drive what you need to get going on. For those of you that study, and I mean study, Spirit is saying you are having a break coming up in the month of August. And I think that's funny because I know somebody, my girlfriend Tanisha, shout out, she's actually having a break of study in the month of August. That's so funny. So I don't even know if she'll watch this pile, but so those of you that do need a bit of a break, and a mental and an emotional break, and some sort of a space, Spirit's saying you're going to get that in the month of August because you've deserved it, you've earned it. But what Spirit's saying is, as I've said with the first pile, Archangel Ariel is saying there is a lot of abundance coming around people at this time, but abundance won't necessarily be money. There's good luck going on, and the energy's sort of in this pile as well, but it's what you make it. It's from your hard work, it's from your blood, sweat and tears, this pile, literally. And it's about surpassing the fear and coming from that space of love. And even if it's like self-love, it's the love of self, not so much the love of the journey, but the love of the self. But please remember, if you can't give yourself that space to have love of the journey you're on, your path, because it could be tumultuous or whatever at times, please at least respect the journey. There's a difference in energy, you know. The justice that you need is coming, whether it's good or bad. Whatever needs to be served is going to be served, okay? And with this card here, doorways. I think I said something about a doorway earlier, didn't I? Interesting. So that speaks for itself. It's up to you what you've got going on here now. We've got a number of 11. So you need to use the month of August to really come from that passionate space, because doors will open from you. Look, doors to Spirit are going on there. You're high up, and that's pretty much what's happening. You go up that little tree on the ladder, and that's what you come up to. Bang, you're right up there in the sky with Spirit. We've got, oh, inspiration. Yay. Love it, love it, love it. We've got freedom. Holy shit. Freedom is an attitude, by the way. A lot of orbs in this card too. You've got a lot of spirit stuff going on around you. Oh, boundaries. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. I think that card came out today too on my Facebook group. Financial health. Oh la la. And there's another tree. And it's the same sort of, got those orangey, pinky colors in the card. All right. Can I get 2 more of those, please, Spirit? Oh, fertility. And we've got strength. So just let me channel for a minute, please. Whew, yeah, so Spirit's saying that if you've experienced some things in the last couple of months that haven't really worked out in a way that we anticipated them to, or you thought you were sort of a bit more further down the line with a career prospect or a project or some study or your personal relationships and whatever your situation is, obviously everybody's different, and these are always collective unless I specifically say otherwise, you know. But it's about pulling inspiration from that. This woman on this card is in the dark, okay? But she's got her light glowing. It's all around her. And that's similar to the passion card. That woman is in her own zone, pulling out through her core. So I'm not surprised she's got some light coming out of her hands and light in her sacral, a little bit of her root going up in her solar plexus and then pouring up through her head, because the other card had something similar but had moved up higher. So this is just a reminder that you're connected as one. Everything you're going through is part of your growth and your path. And you really need to set good boundaries at this point in your life. This month there's an infinity symbol here. So what goes around comes around. And that could be that balance of justice, you know what I mean? You need to come from that space of freedom. You are not locked into things as much as you fear that you are. You might be in relationships and stuff with people that you're unsure about and you're uncomfortable about at this time. But Spirit's saying with these orbs and the beautiful dove up here, the Spirit has your back. Red ribbon. So traditionally through the witch world and other like gypsy sort of what you know, wives' tales and things like that, premonitions and more so superstitions, not premonitions. But usually you tie, you know, you put a red ribbon on a baby's cot, you tie a bit of red ribbon somewhere, or on their pram or their stroller or their bassinet and things like that, off their dummy and things like that, or pacifier as some places call them, because it actually shifts the focus from evil energy or ill intent towards the family or the person at the time. The intent will actually be focused on the red ribbon opposed to the actual target. So that's, to me, that's what's going on here. Maybe you've got some red ribbon, tie some on your car keys or something for now. We've got fertility, financial health and strength. As I said earlier, financial health, that ties in with the career card. And obviously sometimes career isn't about a job. Sometimes it just could be your spiritual career. You could just be passionate about what you're doing and you're treating it like a career element, like it takes up a lot of your time, your spiritual path, your spiritual growth, ascending, dark night of the souls, all the shit that goes with it. Spirit is saying you will get that level of financial financial health by giving out, because you're going to be giving back. And that's what the other card over here says. I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. So you must be vibrating at a pretty high energy. If that information's coming out, you mightn't feel it, but you will have an upshift soon. Okay, and the fertility card. Now, obviously, fertility speaks for itself. We could be talking pregnancies and babies here. As you know, I generally don't cover that unless we're in private read. Now, also, this pregnancy, I think, come up in one of my channeled messages last night for from Archangel Gabriel. I really don't know because I haven't watched it yet, and when I channel, sometimes I don't remember what gets said. But the fertility card is also about, again, there's another big tree here. It's about career, it's about your path, it's about your spiritual growth, it's about your creative endeavors, it's about knowing that you've done the hard work, you're planting your foundations, you're watering your flowers, for example, to get you to that space through the month of August. It's about knuckling down and having that focused intention and coming from that space of strength, using your inner strength. Look, this light behind these cards are off the hook. If you could see how that light luminescent behind her, oh, why isn't this focusing? Yoo-hoo. I'm getting a new phone next week. I don't have a choice. This one's losing its shit, which is sad. I love this phone, but it's time again, change. So, wow, fucking high energy. Let me keep pouring out cards. What else do we have here for the second pile, please? About being passionate about what we're focused on for this month. I'm getting told that people need to have some healing time, or clarity, truth, joy. I just said healing, heal thyself. I've got a couple more in my hand that'll do. Shadow treasures, or heart healing and transformation. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I did say before about being in the darkness but knowing you're standing in your own light. I did mention a few minutes ago about shadow, and I did say that if you can't love, you're struggling to be able to love the journey or the path that you're on in your life because it's kind of painful and stuff, at least have respect for it. And this is exactly what that shadow treasure is. It's about finding the beauty in the little things, finding the beauty in all things that are happening around you, good or bad, or not so good, So we've got clarity. So what Spirit's saying is you need to be crystal clear about what your focus and intention is for the month of July. August. It's really important to shift that energy of what's been for the month of July. It's a really important time to let that energy go. Okay, we've got truth. So be honest and be truthful for yourself. You mightn't, people mightn't like the song you sing, but you're going to be able to have growth from that because you're standing on your power and you're being truthful to yourself, okay? And joy, that's what you're going to be getting. That's with the Justice card. We've got balance coming, regardless of what that joy is. It could be a new home, it could be new friends, it could be some medical help that you need, it could be anything, but you will understand by the end of August that that's coming to fruition because of what you're working on yourself now. So we've got heal thyself, transformation, and heart healing. So what Spirit's saying is it's a really important time to focus on your health. There is a lot of green through here, green. That's your heart space, and it does say heart healing. And again, it's almost like those same flowers are on there, but hers are upside down on the harp. So Spirit's saying it's really important to know that you have to work on yourself. And this woman's got this beautiful green pouring out of her hands as well. So you have that healing element, you have that healing touch. You can do the hard work, you can get support and stuff that you need around you from your peers and your friends and your family or what have you, but you're the one who has to actually do the work. And Spirit's saying this is what this month is about, that passion for life, that passion for transformation. We've got the transformation card here and heal thyself. So that's really beautiful. Let's see. What else have I got going on here? Can I have some of mine? This is out of my own deck that I've made. Oh, we've got seasonal. Woohoo! There's a healer card come out. Oops, that one on the floor. Ancestors, yes. Blessed, yes. I got told to stop for a minute. Okay, so in particular, these two cards are sigils that I've made. I've just recently, I had made my fiance their very own channeled oracle deck like this, and I use this symbol out of my own deck, the blessed sigil in their deck. I put it in there. I'm pretty sure. And then we've got healer, and that's also a sigil, so you can use that. You don't have to have the triangle colored in or whatever. It's up to you. It's just a matter of using that energy. You can inscribe those into candles and things like that, because you are blessed. You've got that joy element there, and there is that justice card. Seasonal. So sometimes things come into your life for a season, not for a lifetime. Sometimes we have experiences with those around us purely to give us that boost in what we need in our life and to propel us forward and to tie up loose ends somehow. The ancestors card is there. Spirit is really with you at this time. Your ancestors are really asking you to tune in. If you're not the type of person that wants to talk to your ancestors or not interested in what they're trying to say, I think this is a really crucial time in your life to actually let that guard down and tune in and listen to what they say. Okay, can I just have 4 more of these, please? We've got Fortress. Yeah. Focus on yourself, right? Ooh, a frequency down there. That is the Morse code. That is Morse code for peace. Oops. Oh, shit. And we got dragon. Oh, yeah. Give me one more, please, Spirit. These aren't quite, they're not thick enough. Oh, gosh. No. Too many. Double helix. There we go. Right, so I'll put that there. Okay, so fortress. So the difference between a fort and a fortress is your home, your space. It could be your body, it could be your personal boundaries, it could be your space, your home. It's like a fortress. It's like solid walls, foundation, okay? And a fort is actually the place where you live. For example, like it's the community. So there's the fort and there's the fortress. There's a difference. So basically what Spirit's saying is that you need to ask people for help. You need to pull people into your energy, let them in the door, whether it's mental, emotional, or the physical door. You need to let people into your life at this time to help you, but only let the right people in. Come from that space of frequency. Don't be tricked or fooled into what people say. Energy doesn't lie. Follow what your heart says at this time. And we've got dragon. So this is a message from dragon that they're asking you to work with dragon at this time, to invoke dragon. Look up the spiritual meaning of dragon. Get on YouTube and find some dragon activation light codes and things like that at this time. Dragon has really good messages for you. Even Google what the totem or spiritual meaning of dragon is for you at this time and how to keep them happy while they're helping you. And double helix. So this is your DNA strand. And I did just mention light code. So Spirit's saying there's a lot of shifting and movement going on here. Again, with the heal thyself card and the healing heart, you are blessed. You've got the healer card there and your ancestors have got you back. So you really just need to focus on what you're going through at this point in your life. Come from that space of passion and block out everything else around you that doesn't actually serve you at this time. There are some hard lessons, but it's a matter of pushing through. August is actually going to be a really, really productive month for pile 2 and pile 1 as well, but just different productivity. Okay, pile 3, we've got guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. Wow. All right, let's see what we got here. Whoa, life purpose. Holy shiz. Okay, friendship. Whoa. I have seen the life purpose card. That's the only card I've seen out of all of these decks today, apart from obviously the pick a pile card. Oh, reconciliation. Far out. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. Jesus. Sorry, I take that back. I have a lot of love for Jesus, don't worry, and Mary too. But, it's just a figure of speech. Compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. Whoa. And I've got another card in my hand, which I'll pull out shortly. Wow. I did not expect this. Okay, just give me a minute. Oh. Archangel Chamuel is here at this time, and we all know that Archangel Chamuel is about self-love and compassion and unconditional love. Holy guacamole. For this pile 3, this is exactly what your energy is for the month of August. It is about your relationships with others, henceforth your relationship with yourself. It does have the reconciliation card down there. Don't get too excited. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting back with an ex. And I've got a specific message right here, right now, for those of you that does happen with. It'll just be for a romp in the hay. It won't be actually for a stable relationship, okay? I'm just having a drink of water. Hang on a minute. Right, so what Spirit's saying is you need to work on your spiritual path for the month of August. Research, print things out, make a folder, do a, what do you call it? A vision board, a prosperity board and things like that. Set some goals down for how you're feeling to do with what's going on in your life at this time, okay? Really focus on the month of August. As I said with pile 1, I'm saying it with this pile. This energy is not about the foreseeable future, as in the near distant future, as in September, October, November. We're talking purely blinkers on and focus just on the energy of August at this time. Friendship. This is about being friends with yourself. Now, you could be running into people from your past at this time, from your childhood and things like that. If you have triggers or things go haywire because of that, come back to center and really pull on strength from those around you. Have some compassion for yourself and others. It says, I welcome healthy, loving relationships. And that is in yourself. It's knowing you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have good friendships. You deserve to have good relationships. I mean, you could be in a relationship with somebody that you really, really love, but they're just not the right person for you. And you might be really having these realizations in the month of August. You're really going to set some wheels in motion because you're going to make peace with some things, or you're going to bring some things to the surface as a peaceful warrior of some sorts, okay? That doesn't mean that you're not going to get angry, upset, or sad. It just means that you're growing enough not to be horrible. Okay, so compassion is my compass. I'm willing to hold space for the experience of others. And in turn, you need to hold space for yourself. Your life purpose is really got a lot to do with this month. Obviously, it says so on the card. So what Spirit's saying is that in order for you to have that level of compassion, we have to experience some pain and some heartaches at this time, or what we've recently been through. And now the month of August is about tying up those loose ends, sorting out who's who in the zoo, figuring out what you really do and don't want in life, and going from that space, because otherwise you're just going to be miserable. Sometimes it's time to walk away from things, but you really do need to work on your actual genuine friendships. A reconciliation, you could be moving it up to the next level with a partner, your lover, or somebody you might be moving in together or something. You got confidence. Oh, look at those wings. Grieving, yeah. And happiness. Okay, talk about yin and yang. All right, everybody, reading's over. Duality, lesson learned type of thing. What Spirit's saying is that you need to have that confidence to be able to have that compassion for others and embrace your friendships. If you feel like you need to pull up your end of the bargain, do a bit more in amongst your friendships and your relationships, or spend more time with people, open yourself up to that. Give people the availability to you as a person, because you will see that compassionate side within yourself because you're seeing it in others. It's that simple. If you've got some grief work going on, keep it up. Don't give up. There's some transformation going on here. This card said about spirit guides and ancestors and angels. They are with you, every one of them, all of them. Call them in, get them to help you. Really focus on your spiritual growth at this time. Really focus on ascension and ascending. It doesn't mean you're going to have an ascension. It just means that you need to focus on what ascension is, about raising your vibration, going up higher and closer to source and consciousness, okay? And Christ consciousness, if that's your thing. All right. And we've got manifestation. I just said something similar to that. And closure. Holy guacamole. That's to do with the grieving card. You're going to make some peace with some things and walk away from some stuff that no longer serves in the month of August. Oh, and from that, you're going to have family. So we had friendship, we've had ancestors, we've had angels, we've had guides, we've got happiness, we've got manifestation, closure, family, compassion, welcoming in love and relationships. This is really, really beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. So if you are in a relationship that you're not happy in, or, you just, things won't improve and you're kind of in that stuck energy, Spirit's saying use this month to push through those boundaries and figure out what is really going on in your life. We've got well-being, and we've got talent, and again the life purpose card come out. So your obviously your talent is about others' well-being as well as your own, about helping others, propelling people forward. You might give a lot to people energetically, but don't let yourself burn out. You might give a lot of love out to people. You might be generous with money or with gifts and things like that. And that could be your talent, raising people's vibration on the earth. And that is why you have that compassion card there. You need to have compassion to yourself. Manifestation, I love it. Truth. This card come out today as well on my group. Actually, every 3 of the cards have come out in each one of each pile. So be truthful to yourself. We've got a mirror image here, okay? Reflect on you, what you're reflecting back out. Again, that's with compassion. Look at your friends with compassion. See how compassionate your friends and family are in areas of their life. And then in turn, that will instill and reignite that compassion within yourself. I forgot to pull this card out. Mirror. Whoa. Mirror. There we go, guys. It's right there. What you put out is what you're getting back. Your energy. You really need to work on raising your vibration and in keeping it up there. I did say transformations coming and going. I got protection here. So everybody is protected by spirit and source. We've got home and we have spirit guides. So that speaks for itself. You've got spirit right up in your space and your loving energy at this time, okay? Yeah, you've got everything you need. Home is where the heart is. You know, home is your space. Whatever you find as home, you draw on that, all right? We've got nurture. Nurture yourself, okay? Boundaries. Set those boundaries with those people in your life that aren't for your greatest cause for down the line to do with your month. We've got inspiration. You'll feel better for it when you walk away from things that aren't helping. And healing grief, okay? That speaks for itself. There's a wise old owl here. Spirit has messages for you. Spirit guide has come up and home. So it's really important for you to know that what you're doing in your life right now is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's a really good month to focus on your spiritual growth and spiritual ascension. A heap of these cards are flipped out. This is one of my decks that I've made. You've got water, so you could be a water sign, or it could just be a symbol of emotion or whoever you're inquiring about. Archangel Metatron, it's in the huzzle. Shout out to Archangel Metatron. Love you, big boy. And we've got Jubilee, so there's some sort of a celebration. Celebrate your life, celebrate your friendships, celebrate the pain and the heartache you've been through, celebrate what you've going on, embrace people into yourself as a family, and remember that you're also a member of a family, your own family. You're a family to yourself. We've got safe word, shush. Be mindful who you discuss your private life with. Be very mindful because it will come back around in ways that you don't want it to. And we've got star seed. So whether you're a star seed or not, whether you know it or not, or you believe in those things or not, Spirit is, I have time to pull out 2 more cards. Spirit is saying that you are a being put here on this earth to help raise the vibration of humanity, however that looks, okay? We've got love. And can I have one more card for pile 3, please? The energy for the month of August. This is really cool. I'm loving this. Oh, we've got spiral. I'm getting tired to pull out one more. Star. Stars. One more. Music. And one more. Oracle. This is one of my favorite cards in this little deck that I've made. I love it. Okay, so love, spiral, music, stars, okay? That speaks for itself. Bring in that love. I did say come from that family element and that energy with compassion. All right. Spiral, come from yourself. Center from in, center from out. Again, reflecting on other people's level of love and care and compassion will also bring that into yourself. Okay. Stars, reach for the stars, or your star being family, your ancestors, your guides, your angels. You're all with you at the moment. You are the oracle right now. Listen to what Spirit's saying to you and make necessary sacrifices from the information you feel from yourself. Go from your own intuition. Don't seek oracle from outside sources. Come from within. And music, spirit, angels, and guides, ancestors are saying that they are giving you signs and synchronicities through music. So please pay attention. Woo! Month of August done. Much love. Blessed are the witches. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be back. Love, Amethyst.